thinking about what you expect out of life and start thinking about what life expects out of you. It's a really tricky time right now. I figured it was time to go to a real therapist. He said, I think you lack empathy. Like a Republican?
Yes, she is on a very short list of women who have hosted their own late-night talk show, and for her, the show goes on. In fact, you might be able to catch her new comedy tour in a city near you. Chelsea Handler joins us live.
Yeah, Chelsea!
Good morning, boys and girls. How are you?
That's appropriate. We've been acting
we've
like
been
children
acting,
all day.
So true.
We are doing well. It's so good to have you on here, Chelsea. We talk a lot about mental health here on this show and how laughter definitely can be the best medicine. Since you're big on therapy, myself as well, how has it helped you make people laugh?
Well, it's made me calm down, which was the biggest problem, because I just found people so incredibly annoying. Even when I was on stage and I was the one holding the microphone, I somehow still found people annoying. So I had to really go in there and just say, listen, I have no patience, and yeah, everyone annoys me. I need to like break this down. So it kind of, you know, once you get a little gift, I call it the gift of self-awareness, right? Wow. You're paying somebody to tell you what's wrong with you. And I think that's the greatest transaction that it's the best investment I ever made. So it just kind of calmed me down and made me realize, you know, to stop thinking of everything from my own perspective and kind of take in what other people are experiencing that are unlike me. And then that makes you a kinder, kind of more patient person. So I needed a professional doctor to explain all of that to me.
Shout out to therapy. Now, your new comedy tour, and I appreciate you naming this so I can say this on TV, is called Vaccinated and Horny.
Yes.
Now, did you have to say it like that?
I gotta put a little stank on it. All right.
Wait. He and I practiced this all morning. He said it perfectly.
Called me 4 o'clock in the morning. Get up. Now, you know, I have to know, based on the title, what is the funniest thing about people having sex during the pandemic?
Well, my funniest experience about that during the pandemic was having my own COVID tests at my house, because at a certain point, after like 2 months, I realized, well, wait a second, this could go on for years, and I would like to make sure that I am keeping myself active, you know? Yeah. So I got my own COVID, they were called Q Health COVID tests. I had them in my house, so I would invite potential suitors to my backyard, where I would give them promptly, as soon as they arrived, a nasal swab, and then I would put it in the cartridge in my kitchen, come back outside and interview them for the next 30 minutes. And if they said anything that was annoying, like, I don't think masks work, or I saw a pinky ring, for instance, then I would come out and say, I just got your test results, you're positive, you're gonna need to leave.
Your pinky ring positive. Yeah. That's hilarious. All right, let's get dirty.
Pinky rings, yeah, that's a deal breaker. It's like seeing a studded belt. You know, you're in and then you're out. You're like, oh
no more. Let's get dirty. Earwax. Dirty. I have small tubes, and I want to talk about this ear thing that's going on with you.
Sounds like a euphemism.
It kind of is, but she knows what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Yes, we recently had fellow comedian Joe Coy on our show. He shared a surprising hack of yours, which I've been loving. You pour vodka in people's ear to clear out trapped ocean water. Now, we warned our viewers not to try it, but we got to know, how did you discover this hack? I use hydrogen peroxide and some hope.
Hope?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hope. Oh, yeah. Hope is always good. Hydrogen peroxide will work. Isopropyl will work. You know, any of those things. I just love Belvedere, so I just figure, you know, if I could pour that in somebody's ear, why not? That's my vodka of choice. But it does work.
It does.
I mean, I'll say it. I'll absolve you guys from any guilt. I'm not a medical practitioner or a doctor, but I like to think that I am. So I try all of my little things on my friends. But someone taught me that on a boat once, because I couldn't, you know, when you're dumping around trying to get the water out of your ear and look like a giant idiot, somebody was like, you know, you could just pour alcohol in it, and then you feel the sizzle, and it just evaporates. What? And you're like, oh, it's almost kind of addictive. I'm like, I want to get some more water in my ear.
Chelsea, you're not a doctor, but you do give good advice on your podcast. What's the best and worst advice that you ever gave someone?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that is good.
Well, you know, this guy Shane called into my podcast because I did it's called Dear Chelsea is my podcast, and I wanted to do like a kind of takeoff on Dear Abby because I'm very much the friend that wants to push everybody into the like direction of taking a leap of faith or getting out of a bad situation, bad job, bad relationship, you know, stopping to talk to your family when they're not behaving themselves, that kind of thing. I like to give everybody that extra push. So it started out as that, but then people started calling in with like real problems, and I'm like, oh God, this is serious. But one guy, Shane, called in, and he had been smoking too much cannabis, and he said he wasn't getting stoned anymore. And I said, well, let's do a 30-day break. I'll do it with you in solidarity. Let's clear your head out. You shouldn't be smoking that much cannabis anyway. If you can't get stoned, what's the point? And we did a 30-day break. And when he called back, he said in that time, he gained so much clarity that he came out to his family as trans. Wow. And he had been hiding that for years. Aww. And he had gotten a different job. Like, just taking that 30-day break for him was life-changing. And, you know, that's when I would realize, I'm like, okay, I need to take this more seriously because people are taking me seriously, you know? I mean, the people who are calling, obviously not the whole world, thank God. But the people that are calling, you know, I want to have an impact that's positive, that feels like you've got, you know, your big sister in your corner.
You are.
Wow, you definitely are. You could have saved his life. That is a beautiful story.
Sam,
I know.
You had your question where you were over here shuffling papers like this is IBM. Jeez.
I just wanted to make sure I was doing everything right for Chelsea.
You're shuffling so loud.
Okay, enough, Al. Chelsea, we love you.
Yeah, seriously, Al, give her a break, will you? I mean, geez.
Thank you. Just trying to do my job over here. Gosh.
I see you, sister. I see you, and I've got your back.
Thank you. DBL Nation, you can check out the dates for Chelsea's new comedy tour by visiting chelseahandler.com. Thank you so much, Chelsea, for keeping it real.
She's the best.
Thanks, guys.